Fatima Sulaiman had a miscarriage. The baby was to be her first child. Fatima and her husband Bilal were separated when the siege in Marawi began more than 2 months ago. She ended up in this hospital in Tamparan, extremely weak and suffering from a severe infection. Bilal finally made it here, and he says his ordeal was painful.
We hid in the forest for days. We uprooted banana trees just so we can eat parts of it. We swam through the river and managed to get to the shore, only for the police to lock us up in jail, where we were interrogated.
The Philippine military continues to battle it out against an ISIL-inspired group called the Maute in southern Philippines. Hundreds have already been killed, including civilians who were caught in the crossfire. More than 200,000 people have fled, and many of them walked for days just to get to this eastern part of Lake Lanao, where the situation is just as dire. Since the crisis in Marawi began, the number of patients here have more than doubled. Most of them are children. At least 15 towns are dependent on this hospital alone, and parents tell us they walked for hours with their children just to get here. Almost all of them are evacuees from Marawi. Most of them are diagnosed with infection and waterborne diseases. There are not enough beds, and the supply of medicines is fast running out. Since the crisis began, the hospital and nearby towns have been without electricity and running water. Dr. Potre Ali says the situation here feels like a recurring nightmare. The medical foundation she set up right beside the government hospital is able to augment the services needed for the patients here, but it is barely enough.
If we are killing ISIS, how about the people of Lanao del Sur? Are the ISIS? Everybody is an ISIS. The government can provide anything for us. We cannot run to the government. We run to Allah, and Allah will protect us.
The area of Tamparan is extremely remote. We were told we are the first journalists to get to this side of the lake. The military says this part of the lake is teeming of Maute recruits and their sympathizers. That is not true, people here tell us. There are no Maute fighters. There is only suffering. Jamela, Alindogan, Jazeera, Tamparan, Lanao del Sur, Southern Philippines.